What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. Juan Soto has been going through it over the last week or two, ever since that Yankee series where he was accused of dogging it on the bases, and now against the Red Sox, he's being accused of being lazy. He pimped what he thought was a home run. It was a single, and the manager of the Mets had to call him out. Reporters are saying that allegedly the Mets brass and front office are not very happy with Juan Soto's effort and that they're annoyed that the most passion that he's shown all year was when he was talking to Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees. The viral speedster Chandler Simpson didn't even start yesterday, but he still stole 2 bags. His second one got him to third base with his team down by 1 in the 9th inning. Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani combined for 3 home runs in yesterday's game, but the Snakes offense, they also had something in store for the Dodgers. Talking about Cedric Mullins, he had a huge game-tying home run to save his team, but wait until you see how that game ended. And we have yet another Cubs catcher going absolutely bananas. First, it was Carson Kelly. Now Miguel Amaya is going off for 5 RBI games. We'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We recap every game almost every single day, so grow the game of baseball with me, join the team, and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget that recap would not be possible without SeatGeek. Use code Fuzzy to save 20 bucks off all of your tickets. And I got to give a big thanks to Underdog Fantasy as well. They've been a big supporter of this channel. If you guys have never tried it, download it using code Fuzzy. It's super easy. All you have to do is pick higher or lower based off who you think is going to do really well or just absolutely stink it up. So download it with code Fuzzy. You get a bunch of free stuff and up to $1,000 in bonus cash credit. There you go. This first game was absolutely insane. So we have the Cubs at the Marlins, and Jesus Sanchez, he gave himself the green light on a 3-0 count, and that right there is his first career leadoff home run. The rookie catcher Agustin Ramirez with another helicopter swing. He makes it back-to-back home runs. He ripped it 110 miles an hour for his 6th home run of the year. More catchers who rake. Miguel Amaya barely got this baseball out. It's yet another deflection. Kyle Stowers, he was there, but he teased his pitcher. He's mad at himself because he missed the Edward. He's deflated because he thought that Stowers caught it, but obviously he didn't. Now the Fish did have Edwards back. The Marlins, they sprayed a bunch of RBIs in the 5th inning. Liam Hicks hit an RBI triple. Sanoa and Sanchez both singled in a run, as did Otto Lopez. So it's a 4-run 5th inning. Ben Brown stunk it up yet again. I don't know how many more starts he has without being sent down. The Cubs, they roared back as well. Jesus Meyers, I think I said it right. He dribbled one. Tinoco could not handle it, so it's an RBI single. The bases are still loaded with no one out. Miguel Amaya went to Stowers again, and you gotta be kidding me. In my little fuzzy opinion, I know that's a tough play, but you got to make that one. It's a 5 RBI game for Miguel Amaya. Meyers, that call was reversed, by the way, so it would have been a 6 RBI game, but his foot did not touch home plate before the tag, so he's actually out. Matt Shaw, the rookie, I didn't know that he was back in the big leagues. It's 7-6 on his go-ahead ground rule double. The Cubs, they're going to take this one, or are they? We have deja vu. Derek Hill went to the exact same spot, a ground rule double of his own. Sanoa took a walk, so 2 are on for Jesus Sanchez, who's already homered. I think he had a single as well. Jesus, he kept it fair. Sanoa can absolutely fly. He's going to try and score from first base, and he does. That is a walk-off triple. Jesus Sanchez was a double away from the cycle. He has a big 4 RBI day to win it for the Marlins. The only hitter with 4 or more RBIs in a game yesterday was Julio Rodriguez, but before that, I gotta show the Pope segment because I guess he's a White Sox fan, and someone noticed him in a broadcast during the 05 World Series. How do you guys find this stuff out? But the White Sox made a wall honoring the brand new Pope. I had to show that. I also have to show this because it completed It's not Luis Severino. Come on, brain. Because it completed Luis Castillo's 7 shutout. Randy dove to make the grab. Luis was awesome. Again, those 7 scoreless with 3 base hits, 5 strikeouts. Please stop and look at his first strikeout on the sinker. What in the witchcraft sorcery was that? Please call the Pope. This stadium is going to need some cleansing after some of these nasty pitches. I mean, they're straight sorcery. Okay, here he is. J-Rod time. All 4 RBIs came on one swing. His 8th home run is a grand one. He has 25 RBIs and a 115 OPS plus while struggling. Mariners fans will take that considering it's usually much worse for the first half. Chicago, they scored 1. They got the tying run on deck, so now it's a save opportunity for Andres Munoz. They call him Senior Smoke, one of my favorite nicknames in baseball. He got the 1-out save for his 15th save. He still has a 0 ERA. The Mariners are 27-19 after winning 4 in a row. He finally did it. Kyle Schwarber hit his 300th career home run. The last time that he got close, it got robbed. Tovar, he had a monster game before we show Schwarber. He had a home run and 5 base hits his last game. He already has a home run and another multi-hit game. It's 2-0 Rockies on his solo home run and an RBI single. Harper, he matched Zeke with 2 RBIs, 1 on a single, 1 on a sac fly all the way in the 7th. Now the Phillies, they're still down a run, and we know that Schwarber's going to hit one, so Colorado better not allow Bohm to do it. I mean, it's the Rockies. What do we really expect here? Alec Bohm's 2-run home home run, gives his squad the lead. Trey Turner then split the gap. Brenton Doyle, he's really good out there, but he's not that good. No one is ever catching that. It's another 2-run extra base hit. Sosa and Marshy both score. Here it is. Schwarber, he's saving maybe his best baseball for his 11th season. 462 feet for his 300th career home run. I thought he was like 34, 35, maybe even 36. He just turned 32. If he can keep this up into his mid-30s, he's 10 million% going to have 400 home runs, and I still can't believe the Cubs ever let him go. Maybe he can get to 500. I have no idea. Anyway, Edmundo Sosa, he tossed his bat at a ball and let Coors Field do the rest with that high elevation. It carried it out for a 2-run tater. His 4th base hit of the game, by the way. The Phillies win big. They're 29-18. They've also won 4 games in a row. Mookie Betts had a huge game as well. As the Dodgers lost, maybe Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani would have been memed into oblivion if this was an Angels game from a few years ago. The Diamondbacks got a free run courtesy of sheer luck as Gino, he skied one over the lights. If you guys have never played the outfield, twilight sky is just as bad as sun directly in your face. Kim had no idea where that ball was. Skipping to the 3rd, Michael Conforto saw this baseball, but it didn't matter because it was way over his head. Landon Knack has been batting practice all year. Lourdes tagged him for a 2-run home run, and then Gabriel Moreno went way out for another 2-run blast. I guess you can say that Landon has a knack for giving up home runs. I'm sorry, but he's given up 19 home runs in 21 games. He also gave up a few tanks. The first one to Mookie in the 4th inning, then 2 more in the 6th. Ohtani, he has one now as well. That's 17 home runs. And then Mookie hit the furthest of anyone on a second of the day. He has 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. 30 is less than 37, which is how many RBIs Geraldo Perdomo has now. He's batting .306 with 6 home runs, 37 RBIs, 11 stolen bases, a 147 OPS plus, and 5 outs above average. I really put my foot in my mouth when talking about his extension this offseason. I was like, why would they give this much money to this guy? He shut me up real quick. He really slapped me across the face with a dose of reality that he's here and he's way better than I thought. The Diamondbacks are 26-22. The Dodgers, they've been stuck at 29 wins for it seems like a week now. They've lost 4 games in a row. The Phillies have won 4 games in a row. The Dodgers have lost 4 games in a row. The Reds are on a streak as well, but they're trying for 5 wins in a row. Elly, he's at first base for Austin Hayes. This is as easy as it gets because Elly, a double to left field, he's scoring on that 10 times out of 10. Joey Bart, he almost hit a go-ahead 2-run home run. He's around for an RBI double as well. Now we're in the 6th inning. Gavin Lux, he already doubled, and he got handed another one. I feel so bad for Mitch Keller and all of the Pirates pitchers because that should have been the 3rd out, which would have meant that Mitch Keller completed 6 innings with just 1 earned run. Instead, he's now in line for the L. Lodolo is now in line for the W, and he's going to get it. He went 6 innings with 7 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. He's got a 3.2 ERA on the season. Elly and Cruz erupted for 5 runs in the 8th and 9th combined, not in each inning. Elly had 2 RBI doubles. Hayes scored Elly again. Hayes is batting .330 with the 161 OPS plus this year. The Reds got a few more on a McLean sac fly, a Friedel single, but I'm just going to show Elly's 2nd RBI double in as many innings. He's up to 16 extra base hits, 33 RBI, 16 stolen bases. The defense has been brutal this year. He's got to pick it up. But hey, the Reds have won 5 games in a row. They're back over 500. They're 25-24. We're not even going to talk about the Pirates record. From the Reds to the Red Sox, this is where we get to talk about Juan Soto being called out for being lazy. Kodai, he lost all of his command in the first. 2 ducks were on a pond. He just spiked a pitch, so now a run can score on this Bregman ground out, giving him the RBI. Trevor Story, I really need this guy to heat up. That's an RBI knock. It's 2-0. Now it's 3-0. Jaron does what he does best. He finds gaps to use that elite speed to motor around for 3 bases. He had 14 triples last year, 6 already this year. Now the Mets did get 1 on the board, but it meant nothing because Hunter Dobbins and his staff allowed just 1 run. A double play in the 9th seals it as Aroldis Chapman now has 7 saves. The Red Sox are 24-25, but we cannot move on yet. We have to go back to the middle part of that game where Juan Soto, he skied a ball to the monster. He thought that this ball was gone. He pimped a single. The Mets manager, Carlos Mendoza, said that he was going to have a sit down with Juan. This is what Carlos said. He said, in quotes, he thought that he had it, meaning Juan. With the wind and all that in this ballpark, anywhere and anyone, but particularly in this one with that wall right there, you've got to get out of the box. Yeah, we'll discuss that. So Juan Soto, he's in the doghouse after being in the doghouse from the last series. Mets fans were after Juan because they said that he dogged it multiple times against the Yankees. Once on this ground ball up the middle that was not an easy play at all, but because he did not run, DJ LeMahieu made the nice play. Another dogging play, I put that in air quotes because it could go either way. Now listen, Soto's no PCA with the reads or the speed, but like maybe show a little bit more effort. It literally looked like he was running at half speed to try and get that Aaron Judge double. He also apparently agreed to get mic'd up, but then backed out minutes before the game because he said he was sick of hearing about Aaron Judge and why he left the Yankees. He also said that he was going to go talk to family after the game and be right back, but then reporters said that he allegedly just did not come back, that he left them on red. Reporters also said, and I quote, "These are troubling signs for the Mets hierarchy. I'm told they're concerned about Soto's lack of enthusiasm for his new team. The only time Soto seemed happy this weekend was when he interacted with Judge, manager Aaron Boone, and second baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr. during batting practice." What do you guys make of Juan Soto not running it out on a ball to the monster, the lack of effort in the Yankee series, and his overall kind of just lack of contentment with the Mets? It almost seems like he made a bad decision, the way that it looks at least. And when I say the way that it looks, I just mean the way that he's been playing. He swears up and down that he's been hustling, but Mets fans, I don't know if they agree with that. All right, I'm going to paint a picture for you guys first, and you tell me what was the final result of this game. Just don't comment it, but predict it in your mind. The Orioles had 2 home runs, one of those being a 3-run home run from Cedric. Did they win or lose? Let's find out. Their first one you just saw off the bat of Ramon Laureano. He quietly has 6 home runs and a 150 OPS plus after going off with the Braves last year with a 130 OPS plus. Dean Kremer, he's in a pickle, but he got to face the guy who's 0 for his last 24. Of course, Caleb Durbin breaks his slump, and now Milwaukee has the lead. Brice Turang singles in 2. It's crazy to run on Ramon, but Caleb is fast, and Brice, he just wanted to make sure that Caleb made it, so he kind of overran first base on purpose. He's out for the 3rd out. Dylan Carlson, check this out if you're not looking. What a play. Yelich, he skied one to left field, and Dylan flat out jumped into metal railing. We're in the 5th inning now. William Contreras, he split a gap. Turang, he can gallop home easy. It's 4-1 Milwaukee. But remember what I said. Cedric had a game-tying 3-run home run. Here it is. We are tied. He pelted out his 10th home run. We have a brand new ball game. The Orioles, they have more runners on. Sheesh, Abner Uribe with the 100 Ched and holster celebration to get out of that jam. And dear Lord, Williams, go ahead, made those 2 Baltimore home runs mean nothing. It's 5-4. The bullpen holds on for Milwaukee as Trevor Megill now has 7 saves, the same amount of games. The Orioles have lost in a row. They've lost 7 in a row. They're 15-31. The Brewers are 23-25. A's fans are going through it as well. They had a lot of hope before this season, and then they were actually playing some really good baseball not too long ago, but they've now lost 6 games in a row, maybe. Sean Newell lifted out his 3rd home run, 420 feet. That's no cheapie. The A's did get a lead for a few moments, but after a Moncada RBI ground out to tie it, Taylor Ward destroyed one. That's on the roof. That's actually the clubhouse, by the way, so yes, if you got to use the restroom, you're sprinting to left field to get it done. Ward has 7 home runs his last 13 and 13 on the season. He's on pace for a weird season. 47 home runs and a 198 batting average and a sub 100 OPS plus. He's on pace for 47 with a 90 OPS plus. That's really good, but also really bad. The Angels starter Jose Soriano really helped himself out. He was in a stressful situation in the 3rd, but he struck out Shea and Nick to escape it. Wait, hold up. Did I do it again? Did I lie to you guys? After Soderstrom doubled, Brent Rooker fought off a tough pitch. It dropped in for an RBI single, and Seth Brown, he just hit one far versus Kenley. This could... Wait, I guess they have MLB The Show 25 exit velocities in this game. If you know, you know. That stays in the ballpark. We have more chaos, though. Jacob Wilson singled. The pinch runner, Matt Schumann, he's off. He's safe. We have a duck on a pond. A base hit ties it. Soderstrom, we know that he can rake, and we call this a Louisiana Bayou. 94 past Tyler ends it. Kenley collects his 9th save of the year. He is now 4 away from 460 for his entire career. The Halos have... Whoa, they've won 4 games in a row. The A's, like we said, they've lost 6 in a row. I hate saying this as a Guardians fan, but this was a scary game from the Royals. Not that they won by 17 or anything like that, but this Bubic dude, he's actually real. He struck out a few through 5 and made his way back out for the 6th with 2 outs. Wilmer Flores ruined the no-hitter. Nearly 6 no-hit innings from Kris Bubic. That was a really unfortunate way to lose the no-no. Massey just straight up slipped. They gave Flores the single. He probably wouldn't have gotten it anyways because he went 7 innings with 94 pitches. He also gave up another base hit, but 7 scoreless. He has a 1.47 ERA. That is frightening. Now we have an ejection before showing off Robbie Raygun. Darren Blanco got picked off, but the Royals manager, Matt Quatrero, he was not happy at all because he thought that Willie was blocking the back, so he's run from the game. I do want to mention real quick that Robbie Ray matched Kris Bubic basically pitch for pitch. He had 7 strikeouts, though. Bubic only, I put that in air quotes, had 5. Robbie's down to a 2.67 ERA with 62 strikeouts in 57 innings. He couldn't go 8. And, well, Vinnie Pasquantino was completely cool with that. A 2-run launcher over that big wall and pretty much right center field. Bubic is now in line for the W. Oh, God, what's going on? Jung Hoo Lee, the grandson of the win. He just doubled in a run. Matt Chapman, he's up with a chance to flip the game on its head, and he dropped his PCI. That's a foul out to the catcher. That essentially ends it. Isbell did tack on 1 more, but Estevez did not need it. Carlos Estevez has 14 saves. The Royals are 27-22. The Giants are 28-20. One more game before we show an absolute whooping. Chandler Simpson, he's looking like Waluigi as he's still in 3rd with his team down by 1 in the 9th. We'll get to that in a second. Victor Caratini, he just went yard. That started a 3-run inning for the Astros as Cam Smith, he doubled in the speedy Jake Meyers. Cam Smith can also move as well. I keep forgetting because he's 6'3", he's a big dude, that he is also one of the fastest guys in baseball. He scores on the Chas McCormick RBI single. Kenley Jansen, he's about to hit the longest home run in 2025. Look at how far this baseball went. Easy 787 feet. That's a home run in 2 of 30 ballparks. I'm sure that you can guess which two. This ball was scorched as well, but it stays in. That's a game-tying RBI 2-bagger for Jose Caballero. Jake Meyers, he's up now. We're in the 7th inning. He laced 99 the other way, and the cheat code ballpark was at it again. Same thing, a home run in 2 of 30, this and Yankee Stadium. That's Jake's 3rd of the year. He's batting .310 with 8 stolen bases. Chaz, he wanted one as well, but Christopher Morel said no. Finally, an actual robbery and not a deflection off a glove. It's 4-3 Tampa. They're really threatening. There's a double steal. Yandy, he's up with a chance to save his squad. A Q shot off the end of his bat. Wait, we're in the 9th now. We're going to fast forward. Simpson's off again. His 2nd of the game. He didn't even start or get in that bat. His 11th of the year gets him on pace for 60 stolen bases. He's at 3rd base, and Walls, he's trying to put a bunt down, but Altuve saves it. And then for some poetic justice, baseball always does this. The former Ray, Isaac Paredes, he ends it in foul territory. Josh Hader now has 12 saves. The Astros have won 2 in a row. The Rays have lost 2 in a row. St. Louis scored the first 11 runs of this game. 11! Brendan Donovan, he scores Lars Nootbaar. Donnie is leading the National League in hits with 61. Judge is number 1 in the entire league with 71 hits already. Sonny, he owns the Tigers for his career. Check out the strike him out, throw him out. He got McKinstry to wave at a pitch inside. Sonny, he's well on his way to an absolute beauty. Lars, with his tongue out, the Air Jordan web gem in left field. Another catch at the wall. Sonny Gray then got Riley Green to swing. A few more strikeouts in the 5th. I think that's 7 or 8 for the game. The Cardinals added a few more to make it 5-0. I'm just going to kind of roll them real quick, and we're going to go back to Sonny Gray because he froze Akil Baddoo. That's his 8th. Okay, 8 strikeouts. Now it's 9. Carey cannot hold up. Come on, strike out the side. Do it. Smell ya, Colt Keith. 6 scoreless, 10 strikeouts, just 3 base hits, 1 walk. He probably would have gone 7, maybe 8 innings if there was no rain. And after that rain delay, Ivan Herrera, he singled in their 6th run. Jordan Walker, he connected for a big 2-run double. I thought that it was going to be a line drive home run off the bat. This one is a home run, though. Pedro Pajes, he socked his 3rd of the season. The Tigers answered with a few meaningless runs. Baddoo had an RBI double. Go figure. The Cardinals win it 11-4. They're 27-21. The Tigers, I mean, they're still blistering hot. 31-17. And there we have it, another recap in the books. If you guys enjoyed or you appreciate the effort with these videos, leave a like. And again, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek as well as Underdog Fantasy. And also leave some comments down below. What do you make of the Juan Soto controversy with the Mets? Thanks for watching and enjoy the web gems.
Bouncing ball deep in the hole is short. Wilson's going to go the easy way to 3rd. Out to right field. Corbin is got it. He reached. Pulled to 3rd. Beautiful short hop by Beatty, and he throws him out.